What's going on, y'all? So we are going to be hopping into another round of matches on the ladder today. We've kind of moved out of using teams that I have rentable right now, and we've started team building a little bit for next month. If you did not see last video, I definitely suggest checking it out. We got a really great 3-win streak in a row with the Hydreigon Beartic team that I ended up building. And it seems like sometimes when it's a really good video, it ends up not getting a lot of views somehow. But definitely check that one out. It'll be linked somewhere. And we will be using that team again today. But I also want to show you guys some other things that I've been kind of just like throwing around, because one of the things I was also talking about in the last video is it feels hard to do interesting stuff in this meta. And I think part of the reason why it's hard to do interesting stuff is that we don't want to try. But I mean, I think it is possible to do interesting things. Like, I know technically, like, James Beck featured a Beartic recently, and like I think there was also a Hydreigon team that went around, but like I kind of just thought of using Hydreigon because I think it's solid, and then ended up building a Kyogre team, threw Beartic on it, and like voila, somehow it was good. It does have too many fighting weaknesses, and there is probably something better than Beartic. I actually think it might underspeed Calyrex, which is not what I intended, but right, because it goes to 108 instead of like it needs to be higher. So let me check. Okay, so I actually do have the ability to do that, which is good to see. So something that I might think about doing really quick is just taking a little bit of like HP off and then reinvesting it in speed. You could of course argue for taking off the special defense and defense. The only thing is I just actually don't really have the correct berries to do that right now. So I would need better berry options. But let's think about doing that, I guess, before we use the team. But before we get into that, just like fixing that really quick, let me show you the other teams that I built really quick. So I built a Yveltal Groudon team, where I don't actually think this team needs weakness policy Yveltal. I just kind of threw it on there. Or I really wanted the Tailwind Yveltal is what I wanted, and so it's just kind of a nice tech. It allows you to do a more versatile team while still being able to set up Tailwind in a way that can't be taunted, but you still have to be careful about things like Regielekis, right? So we've got Life Orb Regieleki. One of my favorite sets is the physical Life Orb Regieleki. I think it is a good surprise in this meta. Can wreck things and also support things like Yveltal. Gastrodon, Landorus, Rotom, I feel like is a core that people have explored pretty heavily, and also when paired with Groudon makes it, decently hard for Kyogre's life. So, I mean, Landorus and Rotom don't really like Kyogre, but the Groudon helps and Gastrodon helps, but the Rotom, Landorus, Gastrodon core is just, yeah, you get what I'm saying. People have been just doing it, I guess, and so this team is definitely not one of the more like out there teams. I actually don't even know if this team's going to be good, quite frankly. I kind of just threw it together, and I'm going to test it, right? This, however, is the team that I think we should be trying to see what's going to happen with. And there are still some parts kind of moving around, so that is something to think about. So we have the Choice Scarf Ogre. You could argue for running a faster Yveltal than Ogre, and then being able to sweep with that. So ultimately I settled on Clefairy. I was going to do a Moongus, but the problem with a Moongus is it can only redirect things that are not grass types, so you have to be careful about that. I think Amoonguss is a great choice. I think Indeedee would be really great as well. The only problem is, well, we have Yveltal being a flying type, so it's not like that really matters, fake out wise, right? and what am I trying to say? And also, indeed, he gets in the way of Sucker Punch, so it's a bit of an anti-synergy. I actually put Gunk Shot Cinderace on this team, so, you know, we'll see what happens with that, if we want to power up a big ol' Kyogre hit or a Yveltal hit, but again, we will be slower, or I mean, yeah, we'll be slower than Kyogre, unless we Airstream one time first, so there is a bit of an anti-synergy there. We've got actually just complete ice moves Ninetales because we want Ice Shard and Protect and Aurora Veil. And then Blizzard's like kind of the best move for it, so you could do Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, but Blizzard's better, honestly. Like Ice is one of the best types in this format. Alakazam, kind of a remnant of when I was having the Indeedee variant of the team. But you can actually do crazy things like Focus Sash, Nasty Plot, Alakazam, and then like if you do get the chance with Redirection, you can like Dynamax this thing. It's really fast. You can even go for Tailwind next to it, and I don't know, man. What I really want to know is, can I one-shot a Kyogre after I Nasty Plot in Max Overgrowth if it's Dynamaxed? Can I one-shot it without Nasty Plotting with Max Overgrowth? These are the questions. So, same with Dazzling Gleam, like on a Yveltal, but I'm actually not very hopeful of that because I know they're very tanky. I have another Alakazam that I was considering, wherever it is. Where? There it is. So you can do the inner focus choice specs, but now we don't have psychic terrain, and I like this moveset, so that's cool. I also want to try building a team that utilizes this Giratina that I won for winning the draft league a while ago. I think Giratina is an absolutely bulky maniac, and it does learn like Calm Mind, for example, so probably wouldn't keep it with the metronome like I used to have it for some reason, but you know, I am looking forward to doing some of that stuff. So let me know what you think of some of that, and you know, let's just have some more fun with this. I'm actually gonna do one thing. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me, Self. Capitalize on my time, and I'm just gonna liquidation the Ho-Oh because they might expect me to protect. That's pretty rude. What if I had protected Beartic there? Can you imagine that? I really needed to just protect that one turn. So let's Thunder, and we gotta do it. You can tell right off the bat if it's gonna miss or not. It's like, does the game hate me that much? Only time will tell. Please don't. Okay. Oh my god, Play Rough! Are you even a move? Like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? I don't even have the Tailwind. Like, I can do whatever I want right now because Kyogre's the fastest thing on the field. I can Hurricane Kyogre, even though it's like not really that good of a play. And I can Origin Pulse. Are you, like, Misfest? You miss, I hit? Oh my god, dude, like, this game is literally just against me. This game is just straight up against me. And there is no denying it. Like, dude, like, there is literally no words for what's happening. Like, this team is not even bad. Hey, look, it's a Hydreigon. Like, this should be illegal. Like, the way that this game makes me lose should literally be illegal. Okay, well, apparently I didn't even record the very beginning of that, so good for me. Like, that's how stressed out these last few games have been. So we're in an okay position. We set off the weakness policy on our own Yveltal with Ninetales because we're using that crazy team. They should Tailwind, but they will not be able to get a KO right now. Even with this lightning, this is ballsy. Yeah. But like, these last games have been absolutely terrible. So that's a sweep. It would have been nice if you guys got to actually see the beginning where we, they rain dance to reset up the rain because they had a scarf. And then we kind of just sweeped. So we are just gonna Airstream and just Water Spout. Yeah. Nothing you can do about it. Did I just see high jump kick on this Cinderace? Because that's gotta go. It needs bounce. So we Sucker Punch. And we Water Spout. Yeah, that was always gonna KO. So, cool. We won our first game with this team. Not that you guys got to see it. But, like, the RNG in these last few matches has been absolutely atrocious. Like, it's wild. Okay. So this is gonna be a little scary. I wanna start like Ninetales Kyogre? Maybe? Ninetales Kyogre. That could kind of blow up in my face. Let's try. Let's try Kyogre Clefairy with Kyogre Clefairy with Yveltal and Cinderace. Cinderace is really frail here, and not bringing Ninetales also feels a little bit bad. What I'm banking on is the hopes that a Helping Hand Water Spout will do a lot. So they start. Okay. Okay. So that'll affect what I do here a little bit. I do want to just Helping Hand Water Spout this turn. Okay. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I'll take it. They should maybe bring out the horns. They bring out that. That's so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to max lightning and follow me. The only way they get out of this is if they max guard Palkia, which would be a very bonkers play, but it's not impossible. We follow me. Get spored. They, yeah. Do our fair share. I'm gonna say let's just do this. It's a little rude. We are whittling them down, though, pretty significantly. So let's see. Yeah, we know that. We have Yveltal and Cinderace. How many turns of Trick Room are left? 2. Let's go for this. I want a Helping Hand. Yeah. Yeah, that's rude. At least we are wasting their Trick Room, though. I would say the one bad thing is that we don't have, we'll figure it out. Let's just help me. Bro, they're really gonna max sleep me. Okay, we got one survive. It's that Swords Dance, man. That Swords Dance is bad. Like, because I can't really switch Kyogre out here. They are gonna just let me do this, though. Yeah, that was a really bad play. Yeah. Yeah, that was, yeah, you just don't do that. That's just not the right play. I'd be pretty upset if I was them. Because they didn't Dynamax, right? Like, I'm not crazy, they didn't Dynamax. I'm pretty sure. They just thought the spread damage would be enough. Yveltal. Okay. Mr. Miguelito. I'm gonna start Ninetales. I'm gonna start Yveltal. I'm gonna bring Kyogre. And I'm gonna bring Alakazam. Alakazam has Energy Ball. And a Sash. Alakazam is bad. You can't forget that. I mean, you know, it's pretty bad. Cinderace is a Pokemon. Can we deal with things without Cinderace? Can we try Alakazam? I think the problem with not bringing Cinderace is if I get in a bad spot with like Bronzor or the Gastrodon. But they do start Hello Sassy, so I know what I need to do. So, I'm expecting a double up into Ninetales. I'm gonna Ice Shard, and I'm gonna Max Flare. This is how we started the first game, since that got cut off. Except that in the first game we were facing a Ninetales Tornadus lead? What was that lead? It was Ninetales and something, and we one-shot the Kyogre right off the... Or, I mean, it was Kyogre something and we one-shot the Kyogre. Let's hope that they don't protect Zacian. Good. We are faster. Kidding me? Yeah. they have Life Orb Ho-Oh? They bring out Gastrodon, that's what I wanted. I'm going to just Water Spout here, and I'm going to max Airstream. I do think, arguably, we don't need the Airstream, but the Airstream is nice for if they Airstream, right? I take that. Let's see if we can one-shot this Ho-Oh. They are thick. They are thick, yes. But if they KO Kyogre, will they expect what comes after that? Okay, so cool. We can Water Spout again. And we also don't technically need to Airstream anymore. We can just max Powder. They might cancel, honestly. We have them pinned. So we KO. KO. Isn't this so much nicer than missing everything that you need to hit? Yeah. We didn't even need our secret weapon, Alakazam. Nice. There's your lesson for the day, Sonny. So, to, I guess, recap a little bit of what I was thinking about with this team, I was actually thinking that Regidrago could be a good replacement for Alakazam. Then I saw people using Regidrago again, and I'm like, oh great, now I'm just doing what other people are doing again. But no, I mean, two people can have the same idea kind of separately, right? So, we gained some momentum back. I do think that you could definitely take off Alakazam, and I think if you take off Alakazam, you could afford something like maybe Porygon Z, something like what I was just saying, Regidrago, I think is really solid. I'm just thinking out of the box, you know. I wanna do more interesting things that aren't just like using the same old everything. And I mean, we just saw this team do really well. But for the most part, it was because we just used Ice Shard, Weakness Policy of Yveltal, and kind of sweep things, right? But you know, I do think that there's a lot of room for creativity in this meta. It just kind of needs to be carved out. maybe we could do something with Tapu Koko, maybe, yeah, I mean, it is the same type as Clefairy though, so you never know. We'll keep testing. Maybe we'll keep Alakazam, but until next time, hope you guys enjoyed watching all this stitched together, like RNG in the beginning and then that. So yeah, peace out, y'all. Have a good one.